How important is skin?
It's important.
Oh boy. I never knew I had acne until I was like 19.
Here's the bully coming
But it wasn't my fault. Karma's a bitch. Who's Asian that does skincare? They're like, I don't know. I was like, my ex. Horrible idea. Like,
You asked your ex? You actually did? You really want to kick it up a notch? This is if I like want to get a drink.
oh, whoa.
Or if I'm like actually interested in like.
I love how those two things are separate. I love how those two things. I can fix it.
I can fix it, I swear.
We didn't talk to each other. Okay. I blocked her.
I blocked her. I'm glad you learned.
You live and you learn.
Okay.
I'm slowly leaving the clubbing scene.
Yeah, you weren't there last night.
I was there Saturday.
Oh, and you
not
weren't there on
Friday
Friday.
though. Yeah. Beercade doesn't want to do Fridays anymore. After COVID, we had this big crazy rush because everybody was like, oh my God, like I haven't gotten any in like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Like everybody was like, I have
Unclothing.
not seen a woman in 3 years basically. And so we had like a crazy run that year.
Mm-hmm.
This year it's just not as busy. And they were like, we can get away with running our socials just one time a week, Saturdays as opposed to Friday and Saturdays. And I was like, fair enough. I've always been complaining that I don't have enough time to make videos and shit. So I was like, I could use a Friday off because I literally haven't had a Friday off since like 18, since I was doing clubs.
Oh.
Yeah, aside from like being deathly sick, I was like, you know what, this could be kind of
Time off
nice.
is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and I could use the time to make videos and shit. So slowly transitioning my way out of it.
Completely.
Well,
Well.
depending on how the channel does, I'm trying to slowly transition.
You don't like the clubbing scene for like photographers?
It's like a really cool scene until you get a little bit older. And I don't mean to be a total asshole, but
Yeah.
like there's dudes at 40, they're like, yo, fucking, yo, get a pic of me. There's this one guy, he's like, yo, you fucking, like, you never take a photo of me. And then I'm like, dude, you're 45. Like, you,
Go home.
like, I'm like,
Go
I
home
don't
to your
mean,
wife and kids.
you know, you have a wife and kids, but like, you're driving some 19-year-old home. Not to his home, like he's like, well, I'm just driving her home. But it's like, bro, like, why do you have to
like-
drive her home?
That's like weird.
He's like, babe, it's not weird at all. I'm helping out the community. I'm a community man.
If my husband said that
Yeah.
to me, I'm a community man driving home a 19-year-old
He's
from
for
the bar.
community.
He's for the community.
Yeah.
You can sleep in your car.
Yeah. It's less cool when you're 45. Supposedly alcohol crashes your test.
Yeah.
I don't totally believe in what I'm saying, but you know, it's like you see dudes go in, they're fit and they're smart, and the industry gets to them and they start gaining weight.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they're taking a group photo, the girl's sticking out his tongue, like all of a sudden like he's sticking out his tongue too, and you're like, I didn't know the side of you, bro. Like what happened to you? It's like you just fucking kept drinking and you got your fucking...
Just fell off.
Yeah. I've always known that I've had to leave the industry. Eventually. It's not a ton of money, but for like Friday, Saturday nights, it's a lot of money. I mean, you've seen 35-year-old dudes at the club.
Yeah.
And it's not a pretty sight.
It's not.
It's not as pretty.
It's weird and it's creepy.
Yeah. Some girls like trying to find like her father. Like it's not ideal. It's honestly a great industry to make money fast, but
Yeah.
eventually that money slows down. It's the same thing as like a lot of servers or a lot of bottle service girls. A lot of people don't save their money because they're like, oh, this lifestyle is gonna last forever.
It's not.
By the time that you realize that you need to start saving it, you're already on the tail end of the industry, and it's like leaving. And then you're like, no. And then you're trying to hold on to it. And so you pull up at a different bar, you know, and you're like, let me feel young by talking to some 18-year-old boy.
Oh.
We got this one.
Wow.
Have you seen that lady at Beercade?
What lady? I'm
She's like
scared.
this, she's known as like the cougar. Like the cougar of White Ave. Like this.
The cougar of White Ave is a thing?
We tried hooking her. Okay, she loves talking to younger guys. She's like this older black lady. She got a perm, the whole thing.
Okay.
Nails always done, you know what I'm saying? And then she's always talking to younger dudes. One time, she was talking to this dude, and she's like, "How, you know, the fucking, what's going on, baby boy? How old are you? You know?"
Oh,
and then he's like, "Oh, I'm 21." And she's like, "Too old." Fucking. She's
Too
talking to
old.
18, 19-year-old boys.
How old is she?
Oh, she has to be like 39 at least, probably 45.
39 to 45.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send
Fresh
it.
out of a second divorce, just coming out the Ave, like.
Fresh out of a divorce, looking for a freshly turned 18.
Yeah.
The
She's like
cougar.
a Leo, Leonardo DiCaprio, except with like teen stuff.
yeah.
Do you think that's a coincidence?
A coincidence? What do you mean?
Like the whole Leo. You know about the Leo thing?
Right now, no. What Leo thing?
Okay, somebody made a chart, and it's like every single time.
Oh, I've seen TikToks of like that every single girlfriend he's had is like a crazy age difference. Do you think that's?
Yeah.
Do I think that's a coincidence? No.
Apparently, every single girlfriend he has, he's broken up with them when they hit 25. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like factual though, or is that like people
saw it on a
trying to
TikTok.
like stir the
Saw it
pot?
on a TikTok.
I saw it on a
But
TikTok.
it's generally assumed to be factual.
Maybe it's a thing. 25 is like the cap. Just like her, like 20 is the cap.
Well, I think for her, like 19 and a half is a cap.
19 and a half.
I think once you start rounding up to 20 for her, it's just like
It's too much.
expired.
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 I want to meet her.
She's a vibe. She probably won't talk to you though. You probably got to bring your boyfriend or something.
I'll bring a
Okay, so skincare.
skincare.
First of all, I never knew I had acne until I was like 19.
Okay.
Because I just never really paid attention to it. And then one time, the girl I was dating at the time was like, yo, do you ever get like self-conscious about your acne? And I was like, what acne? Like, when she was like, wow, like, but it really wasn't that bad. I swear it's the sleep schedule thing from the clubbing thing. And like over time, okay, really, it's karma. When I was in junior high, oh my God, this is like the most asshole story I could possibly tell.
Oh, here's the bully
But
coming
it
out.
wasn't my fault. When I was in junior high, there was this girl.
Okay.
And she had a lot of acne. Now, I had no problem with people that had a lot of acne. It's just that she had covered it up all with concealer. And so it wasn't like red.
Yeah.
And at the time, I'm like 12 or 13. And I don't know what concealer is.
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay, like she has all these bumps on her face, but like it's not acne because like it's not red.
It's not red.
And so I was like, I don't want to catch whatever she has. Like, I don't know if it's contagious. Like, so I never said anything to her. I just like did not talk to her ever because I was like, I don't want to catch.
So you thought it was just like bumps on her face?
I was like 13. I had just learned about the Black Plague in history class. Like, I didn't know what the fuck it was. I was like, I'm going to be cautious about this. And like, I never said anything or whatever.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be like,
no.
You told her.
No, I'm not a monster. I just didn't walk around her. I just kept my 6 feet. Listen, I'm not proud of it. Karma's a bitch. Because God was like, hey, like, you'll be fine, like, all throughout your teens, but, like, in your early 20s, like, I'm gonna give you acne.
I'm gonna give you acne.
And so I was
now.
like, fuck, okay. The person I was dating, she's like, I have a different skin type than you do. Like, she wasn't Asian, so she's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know your skin. Like, I don't know how it works. So I was like, okay. Like, who's Asian that does skincare that I kind of know? I was like, my ex. So I was like, horrible idea. First of all, exes always wish the worst upon you. So I don't know why you would ask them. But anyways, so I was like, okay, like, kind of awkward, but like, what's your advice? Like,
You asked your ex?
yeah.
You actually did?
Well, I don't fucking know. She had like a million bottles and shit of like random serums and shit. So I was like, hey, like, what do you recommend?
When did you hit her up?
Well, we kind of talk, not really. Like, we talk like once a year, and yeah. Once in a while we hang out. Like every 2 years we'll hang out in like a
Does your
group.
girlfriend know about this?
Actually, yeah. Well, like she's dating some other dude too, and like it's been long enough, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
okay.
Not my recent ex, like from when I was like in high school.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
I thought you meant like your recent ex. I was like,
Oh no.
You're
Yeah.
dating someone, you're asking.
No, with that it was like we didn't talk to each other. Okay, I blocked her.
We didn't talk to each other. I blocked her.
Which, by the way, I'm not proud of. Like, I
okay.
don't fully agree with it now. But at the time, I was like, oh, it's like, fucking, it's like, I gotta deal with I gotta deal with
Block
like,
button.
yeah. And then we didn't talk for like, I guess 6 months. My girlfriend at the time was like, oh my God, like that's so mean or whatever. And one day I was like, you're right. I was kind of an asshole for blocking her. And so I was like, I'm gonna like unblock her and be like, hey, like we're chill, you know?
Yeah.
And then my girlfriend at the time was like, why are you like talking to her and like you're just gonna unblock her? And I was like, you said I was a dick. Like you told me to fucking unblock her.
Well, did she tell you to unblock her or did she just say it was mean?
She said it was mean.
Yeah, that is not agreeing to go unblock your ex. That just means, oh my God, like that was so mean. But if you unblock her, it's like, oh, like.
Well, you live and you learn.
Good, I'm glad you learned.
You live and you learn. But it was actually like chill. She was already dating some other dude. There was like nothing there. And then like one Christmas, like we randomly all met up for this weird dinner. I'm probably gonna have to cut this part out. I don't think she watches, but like maybe her friend's gonna send like a clip to it. But one Christmas dinner, we're all hanging out. I really didn't think anything of it. Our mutual friend goes to the bathroom and she's like, oh yeah, like I'm like not crazy anymore.
I'm not crazy anymore.
I was like, I didn't think you were, but the fact that you have to say it makes me feel like
you were a little bit.
Anyways, she didn't recommend bad products per se. Everybody's skin is different, to be fair. I don't know what it is about feeling oily. Mm-hmm. I was like, I have to wash all the oils off of my face.
Yeah. So you have oily skin, you would say. Combo?
See, I haven't gotten that deep into it.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, I need to strip my face of all the oils, which is apparently not what you're supposed to do.
It's not.
Because apparently you need them.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I got recommended this salicylic acid cleanser.
Yep.
Apparently you're only supposed to use it once or twice a week. Mm-hmm. That type of thing. But it's like, it's some bitch on YouTube and like she already has perfect skin. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, hey, if she's using it once or twice a week, like I gotta use this shit like every day. So, because I'm like, her skin's already fucking like flawless and like
so she doesn't need to use it.
Yeah. So I was like, I gotta fucking use it like every day.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this is like not working and like it's getting worse. So I was like, I need to use this like 3 or 4 times a day.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing for the past like 2 years. And then one day I was like, yo, this is getting like bad and like it's not working.
It's not working.
It's not working. And I was like, for the first time, I was like, maybe I should stop doing what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And also my lotion would always like burn like a little bit. But I was like, maybe that's good.
Probably not.
Because I was like, it's cleaning. Like all cleaning products burn a little bit. So I was like, maybe it's not working. Anyway, so I bought a lotion and it doesn't burn. And then I stopped washing my face like 4 times a day with acid. And then it started repairing itself. And I was like, wow. And honestly, my skin used to be better when I just used bar soap. So I was like, okay.
Okay, I might just go back. I can't do bar soap. You can just keep it simple. You don't need.
The purging is confusing.
What do you mean?
They're like, there's a purging phase.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so apparently when you start off on a new cleanser or whatever, they're like, it's gonna purge you. AKA, it's gonna get worse for like a week.
That's true, actually.
And then it's gonna get better.
Yes, that's true.
But that, you know, it's confused because like, you know, I'm like 6 months into this and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm still in the purging. Like maybe I just got
6
a lot
months?
to purge.
Maybe I just have a lot.
Well, you know, like, I also tried that one chemical exfoliator or whatever. It was just like an extreme exfoliation thing.
Yeah.
And then I also overdid it. I was like, let me just use it like on the daily.
No.
Let me just fucking.
Okay, so what's your skincare right now?
Okay, my skincare right now.
Break it down right now. So your nighttime.
Okay, I just have a simple cleanser, green or what it has like
it's green.
Spinach.
It has spinach.
And then I just have like a moisturizer and sometimes a toner.
In that order?
Probably the toner before.
Okay.
But I don't always use the toner.
Okay. It's not bad. It's like very simple.
Yeah. There's no acid.
There's no acid.
There's no acid this time.
Because I have combo skin. Mm-hmm. So like my T-zone.
What is combo skin? What does that mean?
Combination. So there's.
Why does it sound like a restaurant? Like it's like
okay, so there's like
the special combination.
You have to figure out what's your skin type. Like, would you say it's just oily, or would you say that you have dry skin as well?
I don't know. It's just not good.
It's just not
it's just
good.
not good.
It's just not good.
How important is skin?
It's important.
Oh boy.
It's not necessarily like skin care to be specific.
Right.
It's hygiene. It's like, okay, do you take care of yourself? Do you take care of your skin? Like, it's definitely a nice thing to see, like, when a man does take care of his own skin and has his little routine. Even if that's just like what you said, like just literally a face wash and a moisturizer.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't expect my boyfriend.
Oh no, don't put him down.
No, he gave me permission.
Okay.
He gave me permission.
Okay.
You're watching this. He does skincare like twice a week.
Twice a week? What does that mean? Well, what does
like
that mean?
whenever he feels like it.
Oh, okay.
Or whenever he's not too tired. And
But he seems like he gets away with it though. Like his skin seems alright.
His skin is like, it's not bad, but it's not good.
Okay.
You know, like, it's definitely not like bad.
Okay.
His skincare is salicylic acid cleanser, which I told him to buy.
Oh, okay. Common themes.
Yep.
Common themes.
Oh god, no, the second thing is literally salicylic acid. But
Okay.
he doesn't use that one super often. So it's that, and he got the CeraVe moisturizer. And he keeps telling me he wants to get into it, but like, he just keeps forgetting. It's important, I would say, to like 80% of girls. But it differs from girl to girl.
Right. Let's get a hierarchy going. You have this dude, 7 out of 10 in terms of looks. His skin is at like, let's say his skin, we'll give him like a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
You have this other dude, he's like a 9 out of 10. But his skin, let's give him like 4 out of 10. What are we choosing?
Ooh.
That was a long pause.
Maybe the one.
One has a dog.
Which one has a dog? Like, how bad is it?
On a good day, it's like you forget about it. On a bad day, it's like the only thing you notice.
I feel like we can improve his skin though, you know? Because like with this, 7 out of 10 isn't even that bad.
Oh my God, we got a Build-A-Bear girl. We have a Build-A-Bear girl. I can fix him. I can fix him.
I can fix him, I swear. Maybe the second one.
Do you believe in fixing?
And fixing people?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
So what are we doing here?
Skincare.
Okay.
Skincare. If we can get him into skincare, then he'll be a 9 out of 10 with 9 out of 10 skin. But
That's true. If.
the other guy already
Yeah.
has good skin.
But what if you make him into a 9 out of 10 dude?
If we're just going based on just physical looks, I can't change. If a guy's a 7 out of 10, he's a 7 out of 10.
Right. You cop a surgery.
Surgery.
A little height extension.
Unless he hasn't reached his peak yet. Some people peaked in high school.
Right. You're taking a bet. Maybe he's going to peak at 30.
Peak at 30?
Yeah.
I have to wait like 10 years of my life till my husband or partner peaks?
On one hand, it's like you got to wait till he peaks. On the other hand, the other guy, you're just downgrading the whole time.
I'm downgrading the whole time.
Well, if he's already in his peak, it means,
Ooh.
right?
I mean, one is a safer bet.
Which one's
because
the
he's
safer
already
bet?
7 out of 10. It's not ugly. Like a 7 out of 10
But then
is
like he's
solid.
30 and then he becomes like a 9 out of 10 and he's like all of a sudden he's like, oh my God, people are talking to me. He's like, I'm gonna have my whole phase.
At 30?
35.
At 35. Like the people of your kid.
Well, I'm not saying specifically. but like maybe. Oh my God, my foot is fucking.
He stubbed his toe.
It's so bad. I've never stubbed my toe ever. Ice to myself.
What is this guy
I'm
doing?
taping ice to myself. Okay.
Was I supposed to take this off or just stab it through?
I think you just stab it through. It seems like you just stab it through.
Okay, you do it first. to
Okay.
see.
Okay, that's weird.
Okay, mine's already ruined, so that'll not gonna happen.
Okay, that's fucking.
Oh, that is really sweet.
Is it?
Coming from someone who likes.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Okay, that is fucking.
Messy.
These are my favorite plates of all time. They
They're
have
so
like
cute.
they're like rimmed. Whoa, it's fucking jiggly as fuck. Okay, when was your first time clubbing?
2022 when I was. I can check.
Wait, really? You have it in your calendar?
No, not my calendar, but I remember because I cried my first time I went clubbing.
You died?
I cried.
Oh. Okay.
My ex made me cry.
No.
Actually, he wasn't my ex. He was my boyfriend at the time.
Maybe I saw you that night.
No, it was
On the street?
on the street. No, I was gonna say it was at Midway.
Oh.
See, I told you I found it. This was my very first time.
Was that a video of you crying?
No. There's nothing of me here crying because my friends were like, no, it's your first night out. Don't cry.
You're not allowed to cry.
I cried and the bartender felt really bad and she just
She just was like, here, become an alcoholic.
No, she was actually really nice. She gave me water and was like checking in on me.
Wow.
She was so nice.
That's responsible. One time,
That's responsible.
when I was younger, one time, our DJ booth was right next to the window overlooking like White Ave. Mm-hmm. This was at like the first bar that I worked at. And then one night there was these two girls, and I guess from the outside you can't really see the inside, but from the inside you can see the outside in like fucking 4K. And they're just fucking sobbing standing next to this window. Like there's one girl that's sobbing and her friend's like consoling her or whatever, and they're just like tucked against this window. And then we had curtains, and the DJ just fucking, because he's trying to DJ, but like everybody's like, yo, these fucking two women are just crying. And then this DJ takes the blinds and he's just like, shh, just fucking. But we did give them water.
Well, we did give them water.
We did give them water.
Clubbing for you would have been a while ago, first time.
Honestly, I've never really went clubbing. I'm not like a clubbing kind of guy. Mm-hmm. One, I can't dance. Like I'm horrible at dance. Huh? You can't dance either? Okay. I always get nervous.
Okay.
I always get nervous. Like my only move is like I throw it back at the other person because they're like, "Yo, fucking do something." I'm like, fucking, they're right back at you. But whenever people are like, "Yo, let's fucking hit the dance floor," I'm like, "Oh no." Like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
You're supposed to jump up and down.
It looks less cool as a dude.
No.
Okay.
You just like vibe to the music.
Right.
I went out on Friday for my boyfriend's birthday.
Yeah.
And like there was like 5 of us.
Yeah.
And those 3 men can't dance.
Right.
I mean, actually,
Oh damn! You just fucking. Oh no! This is my worst nightmare.
I mean, actually, our one friend could kind of dance, and he was just kind of like doing his own thing, we hyping him up.
Right.
When you're on the dance floor, no one's really looking at you and is like, that man can't dance. Like,
Well,
you're just vibing to the music.
sometimes people do that because one time I went with a girl that I was dating at the time, and then this other group of girls came up to her. I was dancing very poorly, like not in like a ratchet way, just like I couldn't dance. And they were like, "Oh, like is he bothering you?" And she's like, "Oh no, like that's just my boyfriend." So honestly, after that experience,
You're
like,
just traumatized.
yeah, I don't know. I'm like, shit, like I cannot do this.
Well, no, honestly, that's like girls supporting girls though. I don't think that's necessarily a you thing. Like maybe if you're like looking awkward.
That is women obliterating my confidence for life. For life. For life.
No, you can't like look at that bad go. Cause like girls do that. Like if I see a girl and possibly a guy who's not with her.
Good at dancing.
No, not. I mean, I highly doubt it was like just your dancing. It was just them being too good.
Fuck, you're like, it wasn't just your dancing. Like, you look creepy. Like,
yeah, you probably looked creepy.
wow. It's like it never pulls up ever again.
Time for you to go to a bar.
Honestly, the bar's worse.
Time for you to go to a club. Time for you to hit Beer Cade's dance floor.
Time for me to just be a weird dude that buys a table at a club and just, like, and just sits there
And
all day.
finds 18-year-olds and offers them
Oh, God.
free bottle service.
Oh, God.
And a ride home.
What a nightmare.
What do you think of clubbing and being in a relationship?
I think it really depends on the person. Some people, because like I'll see the same people pull up to the club every week. Mm-hmm. Some people I'm like, okay, like you seem like you're just actually there to have a good time.
Yep.
Like your friends are there, you're having drinks, like you're just having fun. But then some other people, it's like, yo, like you're having sex with some dude, like not literally, but you might as well be.
Yeah.
You're practically having sex on the dance floor. And then I'm like, okay, like, wow, like, it's been like 5 minutes. There's already like another dude.
It's a new one.
And then like the entire night, I'm like, yo, how many fucking dudes is there gonna be tonight? One time a dude asked me to take a photo. He was so excited. He was like, yeah, like, I just fucking asked her out. Like, we're fucking dating. Mm-hmm. And he's like, can you fucking grab a photo of us? And I'm like, oh yeah, of course. Next week, this girl's grinding on some dude. And like, I make like slight eye contact. And she's like, it's like, don't tell him. And I'm like, oh my God, like, oh, this fucking poor dude. And like, this dude's like so happy every time. 2 weeks later, he's like, yeah, we broke up. I was like, well.
So sorry to hear that.
Tends to happen.
So obviously you guys are also mature adults. I would say this is more of a problem in younger-ish relationships, like 18 to like 20
Right.
relationships. Because I have some friends where if they wanted to have a girls' night out, like whether it's for a birthday or just like a little, let's all go out, us girls.
Yeah.
It like causes such huge arguments and discomfort in the relationship, and it's just like shit, you know. But
from
like their like partner just doesn't like it or like
Right.
doesn't let them.
right.
But like if I
That's when you guys fucking gaslight.
no, Andy.
It's like, why do you not like it? Do you think it's actually because you do really like it? Just like,
Do you think going out in relationships is like okay?
yeah, I'm like a very chill person.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then that's like the true test, because then some people are like, why are you not bothered?
Oh yeah, and like, oh yeah, do you not care?
Yeah.
No, like if I wanted to have a girls' night out on whenever, I can. My boyfriend's just gonna be like, okay, be safe, text me, call me if you need anything. But he won't be like, oh, you're gonna go out and do this and do that. Like that's like what I hear the most of from like personal friendships.
Right.
They're like, oh, I'm scared to go out. I'm like, why? It's, oh, because my partner is like saying that, oh, like you're going out with your friends, you're single, blah, blah, blah. And it like causes like actual fights.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I say really, but I do have guy friends.
Who would do that? Okay, the problem is, here's my thing. A lot of guys have valid concerns and valid, like, issues. Like, saying, like, let's say if your girlfriend's going out and they're wearing a little bit more revealing clothing. Like, it's okay to have your reserves and it's okay to have boundaries. But I swear, some men just go about bringing it up in the most degrading way possible. Like, oh, you look like a fucking whore. Like,
Right.
okay. Or they're just like, if you fucking go on that, I'm going to be so pissed at you. Like, that's not okay. But if you're in a relationship and like something makes you uncomfortable, it's 100% okay to be like, hey, like what you're wearing, like it's a little short, or it's like,
Right.
I'm not sure if I like am comfortable with you going out like that.
It's like the way you talk about
Yeah, 100%.
it. Yeah.
And it's so misconstrued because then when girls always hear like the slurs and stuff, then all your friends like, oh, he's toxic, like he shouldn't be telling you what to do. But like, no, it's normal to have those concerns as a partner. Be like, oh, if you're going out with your, like if my boyfriend went out with, let's say, all single guys, I'm like, okay, like just be mindful of what you're doing and be careful.
Right.
But I would never go up to him and be like, oh, I know you're just gonna go out and look for girls. You're gonna go dog around.
Right. Dog around is crazy. Dog around, interesting.
I don't understand why people can't just communicate like in a clear and concise way.
I don't know. I think people self-project. I think people are hypocrites. Like, I know girls that'll be hella concerned with, I think it's always like this level of self-projection. Like, I know girls too that will...
Are you trying to word it without...
I'm like, how do I word this? I know people where it's like they're in a relationship and it's like, you know, you're like flirting with dudes, but like you wouldn't actually do anything, but like you're flirting with them all night. And then like they would get mad at their
So do you make the assumption that the boyfriend would be doing the same?
Exactly. And so like they would get mad at a boyfriend for like giving a coworker a hug.
Yeah.
Type of thing. And it's like, yo, I thought you were just hugging hella dudes. Like, what are you talking about? But I think it's that level of self-projection. I think that's the thing with dudes too, is
I think that's definitely...
I've never understood it.
Neither have I. And it's coming from someone like... I was in a relationship where like I wasn't allowed to go out. And when I say I wasn't allowed, I mean like I distinctly remember, this was after I went out to Midway already. My volleyball friends had asked me to go to, I think, Beercade or somewhere on White Ave.
Yeah.
And I was so scared to ask my boyfriend at the time, like genuinely like shaking.
Whoa.
But I was like, you know what, maybe if I just ask him in a really nice way. I remember like he was getting his hair done, getting it braided, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'll do it in public so he can't yell at me. I was like, hey, a bunch of my volleyball friends are going out tonight, and I was wondering like if I could go. Like I don't have to drink, I just like want to go out. And when I tell you, this man looked at me and was like, how dare you fucking ask me that? Like, he was like so angry. Like, he was like, the audacity you have. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm sorry. It was a no.
So how did that work out?
I did not go out. I did not go out.
Oh my God.
I cried.
Wow. Yeah, I feel like as a guy, it's like, I've had people be mad at me before, but like as a dude, it's less, like you feel less threatened. Unless you're dating like Ronda Rousey or somebody, but like most women are not Ronda Rousey.
You know.
Like as a dude, you just feel less threatened. I remember I've had people say things where it's a situation where like it's not supposed to be sketchy, but like they want to make it out to be sketchy.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, well, I'm gonna live my life. It's just like one time when I was in high school, I was dating this one girl, and then I was thinking about going to Calgary with one of my friends, and then she was like, oh yeah, like I don't want to come. And she doesn't actually tell me that, but we're just gonna give her that. But she's like, yeah, like I don't want to come. And then I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then after I went to Calgary, she's like, yeah, it's actually because like I don't know, like your friend, like I was afraid like you would put her in like the front seat and like not me. And I was like, we we could have talked about.
We could have talked about. That's what I mean.
Also, like it wouldn't have happened. Like why why would my friend be in the front seat?
Why would my friend be in the front?
But
there are so many normal issues and okay concerns to have that could be resolved if you just brought it up.
People have told me that like they've tried. Several people have told me that they have tried to gaslight me.
They've tried to gaslight you?
Yeah. Okay, see, this is why I'm a big fan of gaslight. Not literally. But sometimes I find it funny because like it doesn't work on me as much.
Yeah.
But several people, like one time, this person that I dated, she was like, yeah, like I tried to gaslight you to like make you jealous, but like it just didn't really work, so I just gave up on it. And I was like, oh, okay, like that's like slightly concerning, but like I guess you're not doing it anymore, so like okay.
It's like more okay.
Yeah, that didn't work out. But like
gaslighting is, I'm gaslighted. You would rather go out with your friends and get drunk than hang out with your boyfriend. Like, no, like I just want to hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
But no, now it's about, you're a shitty girlfriend because you want to go out.
Right.
So how do you gaslight? How
do I gaslight? Well, the key is not letting them know that you're gaslighting them. See, like, by that time, like, you've already fucked up. I can't give out the master gaslighting handbook. I wouldn't be the master. You wouldn't be the master, yeah. Yeah, I would.
I'm gonna watch this back and realize that Landy gaslit me for half of this.
I would never gaslight you. You're just acting crazy.
Take a sip of the coffee after making some.
I would never do that. Like, by the way, like me as a human being, I'm just like so against it. Like, I couldn't even imagine myself doing it. Yeah, but I feel like you're not as great of a human being, so like you might do something like that. But I'm just being honest. Like I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, like you're not saying anything offensive, just self-projecting. I would be scared to be in any type of relationship with this man. You just hear the gaslighting that came out. I
think you're just scared of talking to good people.
Shit! Whoa! You can make a great podcast on gaslighting.
A great podcast on gaslighting?
In the next episode with Landy.
I honestly, I don't know about such things. I don't know about such things.
Do you really believe that?
Okay, I seem like a horrible human. I've actually never gaslit anybody ever.
Chat, is this real?
Okay, I've never gaslighted anybody that doesn't deserve to be gaslit. It was for their own good. It was for their own good.
Are you seriously saying it was for their own good?
Well, I'm not saying that. It's just what happened.
That would be a great podcast for you.
That's actually my series.
They're
not podcasts at all. It's just like you just slowly watch somebody be gaslit over like a year.
And in the end, it's just gonna be on one big playlist, gaslighting people.
In the end, they're all in a room together. And like you've gaslit them so much that like they all start gaslighting each other. I don't say a single word in the last episode. It's just they just do it to each other.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, so
I don't know what the club is.
How many dudes have you rejected at the club?
A lot. When I was single, I was there with my friends. My coworkers were also there. Mm-hmm. And Like they are good friends, so they were like looking out for me. But basically, this like he's like 30 something, and I want to say 18 at the time.
You're like, sir.
Sir, I was just trying to get the free drink though.
Okay.
Like just talking. He had already like bought the drinks and stuff, but he was like getting all weird and touchy because obviously I have tattoos, right? He was like, "Oh, I like your tattoos." I was like, "Oh, I like my tattoos too." And
you're like, I like my tattoos.
my tattoos. And so like, if you were like the guy,
Yeah.
I saw my coworker like sitting behind or like standing behind because we were at the bar, right?
Okay.
And I'm just like.
Yeah.
And then I'm like trying to like slowly move away, and okay, so my coworker is also Asian. So I pull the, oh, I should probably go. Like my brother is really mad at me. He's like doesn't like me talking to people at the bar. And then
I thought you said you were both Asian. I thought you were like, I don't speak English.
No, I'm already speaking in English. What? So yeah, anyways, I like look at my coworker like signaling to like.
Yeah.
Come here, and literally he walks up. I'm like, oh, like this is my older brother. Like I should probably go. And then he, thank goodness, followed with that. He's like, yo, like why are you talking to my sister?
Yeah.
Like you're way too old to be here. And then he's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like there's no way you just pulled that.
Sometimes people do to me what other people do to them. Like sometimes somebody I very vaguely know, like a regular or something.
Yeah.
Like I don't really know them. I just see them, often. We'll be talking to some dude and they're like, okay, like this guy's like talking to me way too much. Like I'm gonna tell him that like I have a boyfriend or whatever.
And it's landing.
to get him off. Yeah. But then like this dude's like trying to put his arm around her. Like she's uncomfortable and then she'll spot me and then so like she comes up to me and then like puts her arm around me to be like, hey, I'm dating this dude, stop talking to me. And I'm like, okay, well like now I'm uncomfortable. Like it's fine, like I get what's going on, but like
But now
but like now I feel uncomfortable. Like as a dude, you never get asked out.
Yeah.
Like it's you like 90% of the time it's like the guy asking out the girl or whatever. So when I first started working at the club, like I had like the worst responses ever. It was like somebody would like, can I get your snap? And I was like, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
I was like, I have no
2023, I don't know.
I don't know what that is. Like, cause well, you're just like not like, I feel like as a girl, it's like you get asked out your whole life. So you have a million different go-tos. You're like, oh, I have a boyfriend. Oh, thank you, but I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking, you're ugly.
You're ugly.
You have like a million different, but like as a dude, you never, like it almost never happens.
Yeah.
So just say like the most asshole things, but like you don't mean to say the most asshole things.
You can give a normal response like, oh, sorry, like, I'm not interested.
Yeah, but but you know, like
it doesn't need to be an asshole thing.
No, but the thing is, like, women a lot of times they want you to ask them.
Yeah.
And so it'll be like the most open-ended conversation that's not open-ended at all. It's like they say like everything except for anything that's clear enough for you to just be like, oh, like I actually have a girlfriend, sorry.
Yeah.
But they'll say like everything just up to the point where like, you know, like it's weird, but like it's not that weird that you have to say that. Like if you said, because like the worst is when you're like, oh, I have a girlfriend. And they're like, oh, I wasn't like fucking interested in you like anyways. And you're just there like,
okay.
Because like that's also happened several times.
Really?
Yeah, where it's like, because girls always pull like, like I'm just being friendly, you creep. Like I'm just being... And I'm like, okay, well, like I don't know, like I feel weird. But then sometimes people are also like kind of a hoe, and like you don't like it actually doesn't mean anything. But I'm like, man, I feel uncomfortable. We used to have this girl that works there. Nobody liked getting a kiss from this woman. Like it was like always like on the cheek or whatever. And like I know her, like she didn't mean anything by it. It was always just like with the other girls. And then one night, like she's blasted. And then like she randomly smacks me and I'm like, yo, I have a girlfriend, like can you, and she's like, oh, like I know that, like I don't mean anything by that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know, but like, I mind.
I mind.
One of my friends, he was driving, you know, it's like you go through some midlife crisis, like you're driving hella fast.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't want to die, but like you wouldn't mind if you did. And he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, guess what? Like, I care. Like, I care.
I don't want to die.
Sir, like, I care. Like, can you fucking not kill me? Like,
For me, it's like, if I'm not interested, like, even on the dance floor, I will literally just be like, no.
Right.
Like, I will, like, look and be like, no, and just walk away. Or I'll, like, yank my friends away from them.
Yeah.
Or I'll yank myself away from them. But, no. I've had my fair share of being an asshole and being like, oh, no, sorry, I'm not interested. That doesn't usually work, though.
That's not really being an asshole, though.
My most asshole is just literally being like, oh, okay, to be fair, he tried to touch my, like, my back to, like, get my attention. He, like, put it there for, like, half a second, and I smacked him. It's like, if you ever fucking touch me again, you're fucking kicked out.
Right.
And then he just left.
Yeah.
That's, like, the worst. Well, I mean, like, I guess a bad experience for a guy would just be, like, a girl trying to get drinks from you, and then just, like, ghosting you after.
I guess, but, like, you gotta know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, well, some guys are desperate, and they don't know.
Yeah, it's a learning experience.
It is. I mean, I have done that before.
I feel like it's too obvious, though.
I've given my phone number and then just blocking them as soon as they get a text.
But everybody kind of has. Have you ever given a fake phone number?
Yes. I've given fake names, fake phone number, the whole thing.
People have called me out before. Like, I'm like, oh, like, I don't use Snap or whatever. And they're like, you're fucking lying. Like, you have so. I'm like, whoa, like, that's a little aggressive. Yeah, like, excuse me, ma'am. And I'm usually like, yeah. I'm like, I do have, but I'm like, it's just for, like, close friends.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair.
Because my Snap score is, like, 2,000. Like, there's, like, fucking.
It's just for my close friends.
Yeah.
Or you can just say, no. No, you can't have my Snap.
Okay, low key, I feel like girls take it way harder than dudes.
Yeah.
I think it's just, are you used to being rejected? I don't know. I feel like most of the time girls don't get rejected as much.
I've been rejected once at the bar.
See, once.
And it was for like a good reason. He was being a good boyfriend. I didn't know. His girlfriend wasn't there. It was like a big group.
Right.
And to be fair, I saw him looking at me like a couple times, and I was drunk and single.
How was he a good boyfriend? You're like, yo, he was staring at
No, like, I just like caught him looking at me like a couple times. Just, like, which is fair, because there was like he was like with his big group of friends, and I was with my big group of friends of girls. And I literally just walked up to him and I was like, I don't remember what I said. I probably asked for a Snap or just asked
AKA, you said something a little corny, and then...
Yeah, probably. I was like, hey, like, I might have even offered to buy him a drink. I don't even know. But he was like, oh, I have a girlfriend. I'm like, I literally looked at him and was like, you're a good man. Good for you. And then I walked away.
Yeah.
And it was like awkward, but like respect. Like as soon as I heard that, I was like, okay, goodbye. Not interested anymore. That's like the one time I've gotten rejected at the bar. And it was for a good reason.
You know what I hate?
What?
That girls do? I swear, half the time, like, y'all don't actually go up. It's like you get your friend to go up. And then, so you have like some random girl's friend.
Yep.
Up there, and then she's like,
oh, my friend thinks you're cute.
It's like, hey, my friend thinks this. And then you're like, yeah, like, where's your friend?
Well, some girls are just scared. I'm that friend, like, who goes up to them.
Because if you're too shy to go up, then you're also too shy for your friend to point you out. So as the dude, like, you're just guessing in the dark. And I'm like, hey, like, this is very dependent. This is very dependent on your friend. Sometimes their friend will be like, okay, that's my friend. And you're like, okay.
Okay, what now?
And then they're like, what do you think about my friend? Which is the most open-ended, not open-ended comment ever.
And you're just sitting there like...
You're still, like, and her friend's like halfway across the room, like you can't even see her. And then she's like, and then you're just like, like, I don't fucking know.
I don't know, man.
I don't fucking know.
Just tell her to come here. I can't even see her.
Like, I don't fucking know.
I am that friend for my friend. Because I'm just like, they'll point a guy out, and if they really like him, I'm like, okay, give me your phone.
Give me your phone. Yeah.
My friend thinks you're cute.
But it's already started off in such an awkward way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, I
walk
dropped my
by
napkin.
and stare, and then you walk past them and stare again.
Oh, fucking double take.
That's a thing, and
Is
I
it
will
a
say
thing?
it works. Yes. You like catch their eye, right?
Right.
And you just like give them this look. You just give them this look.
Okay.
Yep. And then normally like the staring goes back and forth. Like, okay, like we're acknowledging each other. If you really want to kick it up a notch, this is if I like want to get a drink.
Oh, whoa.
Or if I'm like actually interested in like.
I love how those two things are separate. I love how those two things are separate.
Or if I'm like, no, I want him to ask for my snap. And you walk by them. You make sure they know you're walking by them.
Yeah.
Go look at them, and you like smile a little bit, and you turn away.
Right.
And you keep walking, and then you turn back, and you see if they're looking, and
they're like, you're just gonna let me keep walking?
No. Like normally when that happens, when you look back, you give them this little smirk, like, oh, I'm looking at you too, smirk.
Yeah.
And then they follow, then they come running after you. Boom.
Damn. Got a virtual leash going on, just fucking.
It's a look, Landy.